It's the big one. It's time that we're finally allowed to reveal which road bikes have made the cut. These bikes are the best of the best, so if they've scored highly, then you might have already seen them appear in our monthly recommend show, and now we've compared all of those and put them in order for this special awards show.
Absolutely. Now, in previous years, we've divided road bikes into various different categories: performance road, sportive and endurance, and super bikes which cost above a certain price. But we're not doing any of that this time around.
Nah. Why? Because it's sometimes unclear which category a certain bike belongs in. Distinctions can be fuzzy at best, can't they? Plus, we wanted our awards to cover only the very best of the best, and adding extra categories is obviously only going to dilute the mix.
Yeah, we're using the term road bike in quite a broad sense here to cover all drop bar bikes designed primarily for road riding, but the bikes considered here don't necessarily need to be designed for racing, although some of them are definitely performance focused.
They definitely are. Beyond that, all the bikes you'll see here have been reviewed by road.cc in 2022. The new Trek Madone wasn't up for inclusion, for example, because, well, Trek didn't bother to send us one.
No, it's that simple. Right, that's the rules out of the way. Click subscribe, now's as good a time as any, and let's start the countdown.
The Specialized Allez Sprint Comp opens our top 10, courtesy of being a very fast aluminium road frame that handles brilliantly. The frame is stiff enough to cope with sprints, but it won't beat you up on long rides. No,
the original Allez Sprint was designed for racing, short and twisty town centre criteriums. The geometry made it nimble, it's an absolute blast to ride, but some found the handling a little nervous. This new version has been tamed just a little bit, with the geometry identical to that of Specialized Tarmac SL7, and that translates to a bike that's perfectly suited to faster road rides.
Yeah, while the Allez Sprint isn't as speedy as a lighter carbon machine on steeper hills, it can keep pace pretty much everywhere else, and I liked it so much that, well, apart from those welds, that I went out and bought myself an Allez Sprint frame. You can check out all my component choices using the card above.
Yep. And it's a nice bike, I like it very much.
Oh, thank you.
With clearance for 32mm tyres, the Allez Sprint Comp's price puts it in competition with carbon framed alternatives. But carbon isn't everything. This is a fantastic bike with excellent handling and plenty of stiffness.
Taking the number 9 spot is the very reasonably priced Tifosi Rostra disc. This hydraulic brake Tiagra machine's biggest asset is its versatility. The aluminium framed Rostra is most definitely a road bike, and a very capable one at that, but it can also fit 35mm tyres.
Which is great for handling surfaces other than well-sealed tarmac, and it can cope with year-round British weather thanks to fixings and space for full mudguards.
Yeah, as well as full mudguards, the Rostra can handle a rear rack and 3 bottle cages. If you're in the market for a commuter, winter trainer, or simply a bike to tap out the miles on, you should definitely give the Rostra some serious consideration.
Yeah, overall, this is a very good road bike at this price point for all kinds of riding, and it offers a great balance of speed and comfort.
Getting cheaper again is the Boardman SLR 8.8. This really is an absolute steal considering the current market, and feels like a much more expensive bike than it actually is, whilst also offering a lot of fun.
Yeah. It rides really well, it offers a comfortable frame and fork, it's got balanced handling, it'll suit beginners or anyone else who wants to make most of its all-weather capabilities.
Yeah, features like triple butted aluminium alloy tubing and slender tube profiles where it counts means that the SLR 8.8 feels great out on the road. It takes the edge off of high frequency buzz while being as stiff as it needs to be. Yeah, the geometry is slightly more relaxed than that of a race bike. It's got a longer head tube, a shorter top tube. It's a typical endurance setup. It also gets eyelets for full mudguards and a rear rack. So again, it's a bike that's well suited to year-round use and commuting. Yeah, if you're looking for a sub £1,000 road bike, then the Boardman SLR 8.8 is a confidence-inspiring machine. It gives a quality ride and balanced handling, and there's a good blend of components to help keep the price low. Yeah, Stu Curtin, who's our senior product reviewer, said that the Boardman SLR 8.8 highlights the fact that you don't have to spend thousands on a bike that's fun and rewarding to ride. There are a few compromises here and there, but at its heart, it's got a good quality frame set, which is ripe for upgrades, saving you from having to invest in a new bike as the cycling bug takes hold and your rides get longer and faster. It gets the best of us. Okay, we're taking a big step up in our price to number 7 on our list, the Canyon Ultimate CF SLX 8 Di2. Nicely done. A very good road racer bike. Oh no.
CF SL8. CF SL8.
Yep, a very good road racer's bike that's instantly likeable with its fast ride complemented by fun handling.
Yeah, the ultimate CF SLX provides a solid platform with no discernible flex either through the centre or at the front end. It feels efficient and sprinting feels great. Getting this 7.27 kilo bike up to speed doesn't take much effort at all, and the aero touches on the frame helps you keep pace with all your pesky riding mates.
Yeah, it comes in various build options. Ours was fitted with Shimano's second tier Ultegra Di2 group set. There's very little to quibble about there. Ultegra is brilliant stuff. You also get a 4i power meter, fast DT Swiss Arc 1400 wheels, and a comfy Celia Italia SLR Boost Superflow TI316 saddle.
Very well
It's got all the
remembered.
names.
Yeah. The Ultimate isn't the lightest bike ever, nor is it the stiffest, nor the most aero, but it is a great combination of all three. It climbs well, it's fast on the flat, and it doesn't beat you up over a long ride. Overall, it's a brilliant bike.
The least expensive bike in our top 10 comes with an aluminium frame and a carbon aluminium fork, and a glance at the Shimano Claris based build might not blow you away, which just goes to show why you shouldn't judge a bike by its spec sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. Ride the Vitus Razor Disc Claris and you'll soon find out that the frame and fork could easily form the basis for a much more expensive bike. Vitus has a reputation of offering exceptional value for money, and that's certainly the case here.
Yeah, the Razor's double-butted 6061 T6 aluminium alloy tube frame delivers a high-quality ride, and the bike as a whole is responsive too, despite the 10 kilo weight. Reviewer Stu said that even seasoned roadies looking for a second bike for training or commuting or winter riding would find a lot to like here.
The Razor's geometry is a little more relaxed than that of a race bike, but the ride position isn't overly upright and it feels nimble while still being able to accommodate full-length mudguards.
Yeah, for gearing you get 50-34 chain rings and 11-32 cassette. Our review bike had a wide enough range of gears for most kinds of road riding and riders of various fitness levels. You get Tektro MDC 310 calipers. They're cable operated rather than hydraulic, but they work well enough, and the Vitus branded wheels are durable and they cause no stress.
Yeah. If you're looking to get into road riding and want a bike that can grow with you in terms of ability and performance, the Vitus Razor is a great buy.
At number 5, we have the truly excellent Mason Definition Chorus.
Yeah, as you'll soon realise, most of our list have internal cable routing, but what comes as more of a surprise is the variety of frame materials. In fact, aluminium, steel, titanium and carbon fibre bikes all made our top 10. There's clearly a lot of ways to make an excellent bike.
Yeah, so the Mason Definition features an aluminium frame and in our minds is the definitive all-round road bike, offering great ride quality and a geometry that works both at speed and when cruising along.
Yeah, the bike somehow manages to be a jack of all trades, but master all of them. The build quality and finish are flawless too.
Yeah, the Definition has had a few tweaks since it was introduced in 2015, such as switching from quick release skewers to through axles, but all of the great bits of the original design remain. The aluminium frame is hand built in Italy from Didaccio tubing. It's super, it silences road bars, it gives a really velvety feel, and the geometry is spot on for this type of bike.
Yeah, the front end isn't as razor sharp as that as a race bike, but it's close, and the slightly slacker head angle, plus a wheelbase a few millimetres longer to accept full mudguards, means handling that's a little bit less frantic. It really allows you to cover huge distances whilst not crashing.
Comfortably at speed. Yeah,
That's the one.
The frame is also impressively stiff, which makes the Definition feel nimble and responsive on the climbs. It's also well suited to tapping out the miles at a decent pace, but should the need arise for hard effort or a touch of sprinting for a sign, you won't be left disappointed.
Excellent. The Definition is available in a range of builds with both electronic and mechanical shifting from Sram, Shimano and Campagnolo, and even a one-by setup in the case of Campag's e-car.
Yeah, the Campagnolo Chorus build we've got gives a defined click when you shift, and the hoods and the curved carbon brake levers fit really well with the natural resting positions of your hands.
Campag might have been slow to offer hydraulic disc brakes, but they were definitely worth the wait, providing loads of power on tap.
Yeah, they're really good brakes. Now, taken as a whole, the Mason Definition is a phenomenal bike that provides a sublime ride, a bike that is well deserving of a spot in this awards show.
At number 4, we've got the Fara Cycling F. It's an absolute cracker of a bike. It manages to feel like a race bike on the road and then can transfer that performance to hardback tracks and even trails as a result of its ability to take 38mm tyres. The ride quality and handling are exceptional, and the 8.1 kilo weight is impressive for a bike of this kind.
The R part of the Fara
The AR part
the
for
West
anyone not
Country
from Somerset.
stands for all road, and this bike allows you to explore byways as well as tarmac. It doesn't quite make the jump to gravel, hence its inclusion in this road bike roundup. If you want to see the gravel bikes, then you can check out that video on our channel. It's popping up now.
Now, the Fara feels responsive on the road with an impressively stiff carbon fibre frame, a large bottom bracket shell and a compact rear triangle keeping things tight. Now, the geometry is similar to that of an endurance road bike, with a front end that's balanced between quick handling for fun in the bends and on descents, and enough stability and poise that it inspires confidence on rough roads.
Yep, the Fara's frame, can I keep saying it? Fara? Yeah, the Fara's frame offers just enough forgiveness to take the edge off dodgy road surfaces, which is basically everything in the UK, and the fork similarly removes chatter from the ground.
Yeah, head on to hard-packed byways and the Fara behaves well. It's confident and easy to control and remains comfortable, especially if you drop a little pressure from those tyres.
Yeah, it's designed for racking up big miles, this bike. The frame comes with multiple mounting points. You get mounts for a bento box on the top tube, for example. You get 3 mounting points on each fork leg for a big cage, and the Fara will take full mudguards too, so you're pretty much sorted whatever you want to carry.
Yeah. The Fara is available as a frame set only option and in several complete bike builds as well. You can select wheel sets and various finishing kits too, but whatever you choose, you're going to get a bike that provides a stunning ride, both in terms of comfort and the way it behaves.
R. Now, the Evoke Mk3 provides a buzz-free smoothness and plenty of stiffness where it really counts, along with durability and a classic look. Finally, a new bike without drop seat stays.
Ah, you traditionalists. Anyway, this really is a top quality bike, and yes, it does indeed have disc brakes. In fact, we're sorry rim brake lovers, but all of the bikes in this list do. We're still fans of rim brakes, but we guess this is just how things work out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's not many brands sending us bikes with rim brakes, so it's hard for them to make the list.
Yes, the number of rim brake bikes we've had has been smallest for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this Evoke is made from titanium alloy and is all about a performance that was inspired by a classic race bike. It uses a custom tube set, and each frame size comes with varying tube diameters and butt profiles to get the best balance of ride comfort and stiffness for a given rider weight and size bracket and butt profile. In fact, in many ways, it's actually more custom than an actual custom bike, because those tend to use stock tubes cut to length, whereas the engineering that has gone into tuning each tube for its set purpose is really impressive here.
Yeah, it has a firmer ride than many titanium bikes, but in a purposeful way. The stiffness around the bottom bracket makes the frame feel hugely responsive, and it's a great bike for attacking the climbs or just getting the power down. The lack of unwanted flex makes the Evoke feel lighter than it actually is. And that said, 8.8 kilos with electronic group set and deep section wheels is none too shabby either.
No, the Evoke's geometry is a little less aggressive than that of a true race bike, but it's not as relaxed as an endurance bike either. It sits somewhere in the middle, which makes it perfect for the majority of riders looking for performance without insane pro-esque flexibility, which none of us have. The steering is quick, while the wheelbase is long enough to provide a degree of stability.
I can touch my toes now.
Wow.
These slim seat
See my
stays.
toes. Just couldn't at Christmas.
Very good. These slim seat stays remove the chatter whilst you're seated, and the C6 DSC carbon fork matches both the quality and the nature of the frame in that it is stiff without feeling harsh.
Yeah, this new version of the Evoke comes with internal routing for cables and wires and hydraulic hoses, plus a T47 threaded bottom bracket, and you can fit tyres up to 32mm wide. Don't expect mudguards or rack mounts though. This is a thoroughbred performance bike.
They might have ruined the look as well. The Evoke frame is £2,199. The frame set is £2,639, and full builds are available too. Our review bike was built up with Shimano Tiagra Di2 group set, which is excellent throughout. And if you've got the money, it's a superb option for a frame set of this calibre.
Yeah, the Evoke is the complete package, offering stunning performance and ride with just enough titanium zing for comfort, and wow, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's
a
very
beautiful
pretty.
thing.
The Reilly Fusion is a stunning bike, both in the way it looks and the way it rides. With smooth tube junctions, it could almost be mistaken for a carbon fibre rather than titanium, but climb aboard and you'll experience that excellent titanium feel. You can ride fast and in comfort for many, many miles.
Yeah, just like the Enigma that we were talking about just a minute ago, the Fusion is made from titanium, but rather than tubes being welded together, Reilly used investment cast sections made from a harder titanium alloy for the head tube seat cluster and bottom bracket shell and dropouts, with the tubes welded into them.
This results in great stiffness and also the distinctive smooth finish you see where the seat tube meets the top tube.
Reilly has also embraced hydroforming to shape the tubing to meet the performance required in terms of stiffness and comfort and aesthetics too. The drop seat stays with their elegant curves are a prime example of that.
The Fusion looks every inch the high-speed racer, and the performance is certainly there to match. It's a decent weight, 8.27 kilos in this build, and impressively stiff, feeling lively off the line and on the climbs as well.
The Fusion's geometry is a small step back from that of a full-on aggressive race machine. It feels just as home on longer road rides, from the club run through to a sportive or a day ride. This is a bike that's easy to ride fast, but without the twitchiness of a race bike. I guess what we're trying to say is it's capable of being raced, but doesn't feel like it has to be.
Ooh. A full carbon fibre fork reinforces the frame's performance, and on Reilly's website you'll find 3 builds: Shimano Tiagra Di2 in 11 or 12 speed options, or Dura-Race 12 speed. Our review bike was built with the latest Tiagra Di2 12 speed R8170 to be precise.
Now £8,699 is a big old price, but you can get it for $7,499 as a full build, and the Fusion isn't overpriced compared with other bikes of its ilk, especially considering that all the investment casting components add to the cost.
They certainly do. Anyway, overall the Fusion rides with all the excitement and involvement of a great race bike, with the manners and ride quality of a quick endurance machine. It's a difficult balance to pull off, but Reilly has done it. If you want the performance of a high-end carbon fibre machine but have the hankering for titanium, then the Reilly really does need to be on your list.
Okay, before we reveal our road bike of the year, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more unbiased and unsponsored content just like this. And if you've enjoyed this content, then please give the video a like as well. So, on to the one we've all been waiting for.
Oh yes, the road.cc recommends road bike of the year 2022-2023 is the Mason SLR. A model that is exceptional at basically everything. Yeah,
the steel SLR is a massively versatile road machine that gives the comfort and confidence of a big mile tourer with the fun of something much quicker. It's a really hard to categorise bike that reviewer Stu described as faultless, and that's huge praise from someone who's constantly riding the latest and greatest bikes we can get our hands on.
Yeah, the SLR is a truly impressive bike, beautifully created and finished, that offers a stunning blend of performance and ride quality. It is designed with big rides in mind, whether loaded or unloaded, and this is where it excels. Yeah,
the ride is really excellent thanks to a custom tube set that provides an extremely supple feel. Even built up with an electronic group set, hydraulic disc brakes and a full mud guards, it's nimble, responsive and involving for its 9.9 kilo weight.
The geometry is backed off a touch from what you'd expect on an endurance road bike, which allows you to sit back and enjoy the scenery, while the steering is reassuringly neutral. And you'd also go for an Explore with space for 40mm tyres with mudguards fitted or 45mm without.
Yeah, the SLR provides plenty of comfort and it also responds readily to a kick of the pedals, especially when you're already rolling along. It's no slouch on the climbs either. There's a tapered head tube and a beefy bottom bracket that provides stiffness, meaning the SLR has plenty of get up and go when you're out of the saddle, but descending is also a joy. The Mason is built around a custom-shaped and formed Didachi tube set, which has received a phosphate anti-corrosion coating made exclusively for Mason. The various tube shapes and profiles provide an exceptional blend of stiffness and comfort, and you get mounting points for racks and full mudguards, along with 3 bottle mounting positions and a chain pip for holding the chain when the rear wheel's out of the front.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. That's a nice touch. There's also internal dynamo routing for front and rear lighting, plus a pump peg for holding a full-size frame pump under the top tube.
The SLR is currently available as a frame set for £2,150, in a Campagnola Acar 1 buy build for £4,375, and the Sram Force ETAP Access that we had for £5,200. 4 sits below Sram's flagship red group set, but much of the performance and quality are there at a lower price, so it's the better option for most riders.
Yeah, definitely. Whether you choose a Mason SLR because of your head or heart, you'll be incredibly satisfied. You'll get a piece of engineering excellence that will stun you with its ride quality and behaviour.
So, which is your favourite bike on the list? Let us know down in the comments section below. You can find more details and the full reviews of all the bikes featured over on the road.cc website.
Yeah, let us know which bikes you'd like to see review more of in 2023. And as always, like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of our award shows. We've got wheels, components and clothing all to come. So we'll see you then. Cheerio.